Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bird Eye News TV. My name is Harrison Hertzberg, and I will be your host. We are going to discuss some of the key issues that face our school today. Currently, that issue is the FBCS dress code and non-compliance that our school has been struggling with day to day. We're going to have some guests on the show, but we want our viewers to know the actual dress code that is stated in the student handbook before we proceed. The philosophy of our dress code at FBCS. The FBCS dress code is intended to assist in the creation of a positive culture in our school. By creating a dress code, we can minimize the differences between students, promote a good attitude toward learning and focus to the students' attention on schoolwork. In addition, the dress code provides a visible identity in our community and provides a sense of identity. The dress code is a cornerstone of our school, and we ask parents to make sure their student is appropriately dressed every day. Some of the basics of the FBCS dress code are knit polo shirts, solid color button-down dress shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts with FBCS logo only, chino, cargo, and jean pants. And now, the student handbook is a legally binding document that you and your parents or guardians must sign before you're enrolled into the school. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, a round of applause for our guest, FBCS Middle School Principal Jennifer Grieve. FBCS Junior Emily Hieronymus. FBCS Freshman Carter Flathers. Thank you all so much for coming. And now, Emily, we'll start off with you.
All right.
What is your position on dress down days and violations that have been occurring?
I love dress down days, but the violations have been pretty annoying because we don't have them anymore. And to be honest, it's a really good privilege to have those dress down days.
Yeah, I agree. Carter, you know what, Carter? I see you're not in dress code right now. Do you think we could get in dress code? You know what, actually no. It's a more thematic element.
Okay.
Carter, as a freshman, how does the majority of your grade feel about the Friday dress down days possibly being taken away?
We don't really like it. Not well. I think it's bulgogi, pretty much.
Bullhooky.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carter. Jennifer, has FBCS evolved beyond the original purpose of the dress code, and what purpose does it serve?
The purpose, no, has not evolved. The actual dress code itself has evolved. We added the t-shirts with the logo in it just a few years ago to try to simplify because we knew kids wanted to wear more t-shirts. And the jackets as well so that kids could stay warm. Trying to simplify it. We also added denim into the dress code this year, but they have to be black or khaki colored denim, but we know that that's easier for kids to get. It's more economical as well. So the dress code itself has changed, but the purpose is not. The idea again is to really simplify things for kids so they're not worrying about appearances, they're worrying about school and their education. And the other piece too is so that they can get to know each other just for who they are versus what they look like.
I see. Emily, why do you think that our Friday dress day days are valued so much?
Well, I remember being here when I was in middle school and seeing the seniors, well not seniors, but the high schoolers, everyone dressed down on a Friday and come to school, and Jennifer and Mary having to send all of them back home. And eventually they kind of, you know the story, they kind of course, let us have it as a privilege for having either good grades or obeying dress code.
I see. Thank you, Emily. Carter, many sophomores and juniors believe that the majority of dress code violations are within the freshman grade. Why do you think this is?
Well, a lot of kids that went here in the middle school all saw like the seniors not having dress code because they have college courses, so they go off campus. But then I feel like new students, they're not really quite used to it, but then also students that were here before kind of feel like they, just because they're high schoolers and they're freshmen, they should have more privileges than the middle schoolers, so they think, oh, I can wear my hoodie in class, I can wear my blue jeans and whatever I want. So I feel it's because they think they have more rights when really they don't.
I see. It's more of a privilege.
Yeah.
Well, this is a question for anyone who would like to answer. What do you think motivates kids to be out of dress code, even after they've been reminded many times?
For me, it's to stay warm
Stay
because
warm.
I'm cold all the time.
I see. Anyone else would like to?
I feel like they kind of want to express themselves more because I feel like the dress code is kind of blah. Like, it should be more relaxed, kind of like flannels should be in there. Just I'm trying to explain it better. I'm not really sure what I was going with that.
Well, thank you anyways, Carter.
Yeah.
Jennifer, What is the school's vision for individual students who choose not to follow the dress code? What are some potential consequences that might come to these students for not choosing to follow the legally binding document that them and their parents both signed?
Well, it's different in the middle school and in the high school. So in the middle school, there are elements where we just have them get clothing out of the back room where we keep extras. We call parents, and we've been known to have parents just come get the kids. If you can't be in dress code, that's part of one of the simplest agreements that we have. In the high school, it's a little bit different because the credits are so important that we don't want to hinder you from graduation with this. However, it's still an agreement of the school, so that's where you might see somebody in ISS because they can't continue to follow it. I might give you a pass because you have something going on in your life, or it's your first time breaking the agreement, so I'm going to give you a little pass on that. There might be other times where I've started to see more and more high school kids coming to the middle school to get a piece of clothing out of the back room that they have to wear just because we're tired of it, and it's time to move on and worry about school and not worry about what you're wearing.
I see. Well, I think that concludes our interview. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Harrison.
Yes, and thank you so much for tuning in to Bird Eye News TV. I hope you enjoyed the segment and have a wonderful day.